Yamamu akwaba eba KFM TV so our agenda show program so na and your very first time who tuning in to KFM TV or even on the agenda show Mekaka say Midin de Richard Siaw I'm your host on the agenda show. Na agenda show a show I discuss the trending topics our social media topics are cheso bia kan wansem no eno ne de baha ebe discuss our agenda show so in there were a variety of stories from political stories to social issues. The stories near one day awesome, but in this also we have a special guest in the house. We will discuss sending a creative space, impacting economy, Now so chef senior says senior share of it. Upesini to send me ye baba discuss how sini chemuno impact your economy as Ghana. Ye nipana ye be kasano ofia manone or science Ghana ni but watun wesi was on the sini chemuno and na obeye ede impact ewiase na nkofo more Africa more Ghana mu wo sini chemuno so no oni amu beto map no so ntina de enyama bebre wo ho a ye baba eye hu edwuma nti we'll speed right through the stories yawo in there no na yenya time edi sa nkomo. So we want to you pese try ho ya babaka ya the rest of the stories ebebremo. Your mama biome about the agenda show. So now the very first story air trending is that there is a TikToker be or can in someone in Caribbean in him TikTok. So if your president President John Dramani Mahama ene ne yere ne nsem bebre ho na nsem na o keka no bebre enim de but no can for trend so can for den say your favorite color otaka no jam ebinu wo ha amu sika amu de hwa amu ho okrom no enso amu ntampesa mu ye bibia na ye chi amu she prison na aban na ahwa amu if say we there it looks like a typical case like that say ne yima beka no jama ni sika san so pese ye chi no eko prison ma aban hwe no because how can you say all of these things? Or can a lot of things craft say a president, or defile little girls, any sexual relationships with Miss Bell. Enyama bebre. I am say emfata. Now, when that happened, a lot of people expected, say she will be caught, and expecting an AC. So she has been arrested and she has been sentenced to a year in prison. And I said, because this was very obvious that this would happen because why anybody would do these things. Now, what are the charges? Of course, it's defamatory. Defamation charges any at the born. Now there are a number of comments on this particular story. Now we move on. Joseph say, I don't even understand why they've given her a jail term. I feel like her sentence is not deterrent enough. On your sha 1 year jail term no is in the sentence no warning enough to other people to learn. Michael says, so why did a respected lawyer in this country simplify it as she was jailed for insulting the president? Some of the framing around this particular thing, they say, obviously, she was jailed for insulting the president. Was he a respected lawyer as that? Because go use the right words, are we expecting you to say a defamation? Say, and that is illegal. Ghana, especially when it is not true. Joycelyn say, ask again, it's a shame. Instead of us thinking of how to get the sanity back into the system, all you hear is when the tables turn. This is what will happen. Can two wrongs ever make a right? And go for a bear address issue, no. Nya more can say when the tables turn and can people in the ASA, can this in the ASA, and yeah, no here. Let us address the issue. Say, oh, ye be say, oh, ye defamation and post be say, it is not okay, especially not in our country. So there are other stories that are also trending on social media. they say our president shares a light moment with who has students. This is one of the stories that are trending on social media. Another story so are air trending around Bank of Ghana's declaration. Bank of Ghana's declaration about the city. What's a wa ni who say events because we no be mkofu spray Ghana. Ghana city gun crofo so sa amu spray na one of the things so about be very common. Na say gbade be a friend money bouquet. Flowers so be hwe na esika any idea flowers e de cheche. I don't know if you've seen all of those things. Bank of Ghana say illegal. When you do that now, it will not be taken lightly. Rex say dollar cry isani no me ndwen ho. I say me ndwen ho. We go spray dollar cry, we spray na Ghana's cities. We go spray. Obviously, one vendor told me she doesn't care. She will continue to do it because that's her source of income. Obi so na edwuma ya ne say money bouquet no nyamode Ghana sika air flowers no o say eno ano dididi inti Bank of Ghana ne waka ne de won di chire still money bouquet business no obeye ebi mo say what is the obi say what is the enjoyment with making excess money if you cannot spray it? What is the enjoyment in making excess money if you cannot spray it? On the Nigeria onya free sika bebre mu an so timi spray. But won't mean spray there any bia enim. Now we are moving to other stories that Sika official at the Beto Twitter. Or say a man has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment over the theft of an iPhone valued at 3,600. An Aflao-based head porter Akbalu Prince has been sentenced to 10 years imprisonment with hard labor for robbery by the Toko Circuit Court in the Volta region. Convicted on his own plea, the accused reportedly attacked a female immigration officer at Ave Maria Junction in Aflaho on Monday, 13 July 2026, and forcibly snatched her phone before attempting to flee. However, he ran out of luck and was nabbed a short distance away after the complainant raised alarm. The story was so trendy because of the varied opinion. It was story so boy be a friend Akbalu Prince aban esa kano yeni na to ya sentencing to 10 years imprisonment. Na then why wakwa korea iPhone they say the cost be 3,600 cedis into no or call jail 10 years imprisonment. Na adi AC on the 13th of July 2026 Mukuria female immigration officer be iPhone or yes so Johnny but female immigration officer ne ebo alarm or oboye dede emieche no when Johnny and kwechiri according to reports emieche nti the 3006 iPhone into no that prison 10 years. Obi say Oliver says Charlie, our judicial system no it doesn't favor we the Arianfo bao. 10 years just for iPhone, the Chief Justice for set up. My kind pigeon no. It was say justice system ne dey e ba Arianfo ba wo de onka ho kra je say wo be kire pa da so niska e wo Ghana ha na wo aban saka wa forget you better watch it so unye hwe no. Socrates say arrested on 13 July, sentenced on 16 July. Waiting poor man no see for this life. Hasemo. So Socrates say I did arrest ni see on the 13th of July. Now you're sentencing on 16th of July. I just say sharp oh. Just you not to prison like onye nipa. I say uni sika ewo of my mu a wasem eye mobo pa. I say unye nipa. Obi say so they wasted a whole life just because of iPhone. Yeah, sempa. And moving on to other stories. I don't know, say Bekai, what is happening concerning a teacher in Bole, where Mr. Hinkra and the beto Twitter, or say the Bole SHS science teacher is asking for forgiveness from Ghanaians that he wants to marry the girl. You go to video no ye babaka ye de aka no e beto ato aso.
A chop params maybe to Ghana for any. Say this year no, my yard and the sanction to me. You see, I'm Ghana for say, but I'm part manager, Nanny. Posting me to say class cry, but he said, don't catch him say, but I'm call again.
What was I gave school near cry?
Yeah,
what was I call
girlfriend on him when what day? You say, be a minimum, whatever.
I bush out for our part say, or Sergana for the SCB Amon Fan channel, I face of a set or Kowale Acrano, school near Crano, or Munia Quenciano, per se, or Kowaleno. Ha, Tianon Quana, or can I say, would be for you.
Oh, the same day, say, Ghana for don't become, and I bind it. See, I bind it to say, it's even when you made the then they go some you dear, and for a maple.
I ask some more, or the me postia, me did say, on Matthew, on my tongue castle. Lo fine, I say.
Find Chairman Bella Fat, because if you ask the you'll be sent from Soy day, oh, and the best say, a school for an echo by, and I'm not no maybe brand photo, so on fan channel, not Ghana education minister.
Semo sempa na namunim story story about the teacher na onwani student eda ewo school mu hono na according to the story yes the girl is underage or said we don't even know the specifics of the girl's age, but it looks as though say underage. Na it is quite interesting say teacher no Ghana for say on there mema mu entwena so sa mema mu yini free na edwuma mu as a teacher opeso okoso a ekira de na mo bibi kura na mo fa nto village bi mo transfer in code village bi na girl no kura no why na just so be ware no. Semu, this shows this shows that he doesn't even understand what's going on. Near course way in Crano. Massa on shut down say why what the fuss is about. As someone you say girl near underage or your students, it is illegal. Won't me fanny in your sheno. What if you want betna haka asem so be what again? So be what again? Like how? Why is that? How is that solving anything? Whoa. And only asem no. Education about these things, the way today that bench I said watch no pono still on the concept and I say. On watch now go 4 years the Kurano, Jack and take concept and I say. As I no or say what they teaching us wait me nya kukudru still work as a teaching and one or be teaching. Uncle page you from ye. When you are from a farm home. From Abon, I thought that by this time he's probably in hot waters and sure that counterback Biana. But from my phone, what time the cameras with him? I can say they should forget. You know, I don't blame him. I blame the government and the education system. You know, they are not doing enough when it comes to awareness of sexual conduct. I will say, yes, it's upright, but in Crawford all comments. Or say transfer to the village as someone they can same way. Transfer to the village kwasiato. or say the village you they talk no to the same thing you go do for there. Can you imagine? Typically, now say assembly say is here, you are cancelled completely. Say you transfer to the village. Anyway, let us move into other stories that are also trending on social media. You see, the Nikki Ed posted a debut on Twitter. Or say a guy has infected his girlfriend with HIV by mistake, and a waka talk customized cake, any wig, any iPad, any gifts bibriaki kaho, or ask for apology. I've infected you with HIV. Please forgive me. So we have a video on this particular story. Nti asemi de bongo fu pusapa say you are infected with HIV. I had the gifts bro say forgive me please. Now why infected will be with HIV? I say how would this solve anything? Obi say Charlie tell me this is a joke. Cause how are they ground no? Obi is sre I say I hope that this is a joke. Sre permanent form. Mom say mistakenly HIV and he bought what a cake and waiting. And come me and him will wear the same trouser. Apparently, because like it is serious, and all you did was to buy a cake and wig and waiting. I say I'm going the best trouser back up and can easy. Obviously, Paul say, will that solve any problem? Death, oh, hey, Paul, I don't want 1957. HIV doesn't mean death. Assembly say, it changes nothing. Obi say, hey, na HIV, I don't say malaria na. You know, so these are some of the comments that are coming through with this particular story. But I really hope that we are kids because we are real bad, yeah, on other stories that are also trending on social media, but now on the agenda show, Kasafa, Senya, the government, a lot of lockdowns, and including the youth. Lockdowns on prostitution, how they are fighting prostitution. Nigerian woman be Ghana say kasa against the Gamashi traditional leader. Obviously Kole Woku, Sanedinite, or evicted women who are engaged in prostitution or some kafa Miyokoshe, a Nigerian woman, I shall lie, I say, remember back.
I watched that video. I was like asking myself, does this mean that Ghanaians don't have law? Does it mean that in this land, Ghana, there is no law? Because somebody can no. If it's a country that have serious law for outsiders, you cannot just wake up one day and decide to come and spoil people's something. People where shelter, where a stranger is living in your country, you just wake up one day and come and spoil it. Who does that? Even if immigration people have not done it, because there is law guiding the country. I am very sure that there is law in this country, but you people are just doing anyhow. Immigration people cannot do what you people are doing. You just wake up one day, spoil where they are living in the name of they are doing a shower. I don't understand. Are you not going there to fuck? And you know they fuck them. Your brothers know they fuck them. I mean your father know they fuck their shower girls where they there. You people are very stupid and wicked.
Yeah, some Nigerian woman, na some kicking there. I know shepa. I'll say. Na nti nyama ekoso ade eni obi asori aropa bia no or say obi adwuma or so obi adwuma nya Ghana so no ti o. Hey, the audacity of these people is mind blowing. So obi asori a no so obi adwuma say wo say obi business sa utimi spoil brothels near places na mo de you know sebe ashawo adwuma na enya fine sa obi adwuma Obia idea or live on the daily and I'm more saying no. And so this reminds me of a message. Now some people send any message. Obit me I reach it out on your social media platforms, KFM TV, or YouTube, or Facebook. Some of them cry streaming live. Whenever you miss anything on here, you can visit KFM TV on the platform. So currently it's still streaming live on YouTube. With me actually with YouTube, and afterwards it will still be there on Facebook as well, KFM TV. And now with me is streaming as well. Now one of the messages I say me who bet me send a message. Who bet me should be now person send a message. Who bet me send a message. Bet me cry a comment near back kind ewaha. Now one of the stories are yeah the Sunday and it says, hello Richard, I have something to share with you on the prostitution. This came right after prostitution episode. Now see, prostitution is not bad though. I used to frequent some spots in Accra, specifically Kolokwo. It's a really big market in Ghana. Prostitutes charge like 50 cedis. Some of them cried, you can bargain and you get it like 8 cedis. Some of them, if they like you, they will take nothing at all. They'll rather support you. It's only an dream, you know. Or say prostitution and said I the monesa. Or say especially Kolokwo hono. A big market pa na amutimi charge 50 cedis. Just will be 8 minyebi. Or say Also, some of them can bargain. Always me a bargain to like 8 cities. Some of them I'm up some crana. I'm betting me I support it for free any idea. So with some of the videos that we are even showing, once a Nigerian woman near expected to be used improper language, sir. So we do apologize. However, let's continue with the story. Or see, they have done nothing wrong and should be supported. They are the reason rape cases are not high. Some women with children in the business will stop and put their child in the care of someone and go do the job to support their children. Without it, they will starve. So according to what again, how people have very different experiences and perspectives on some of these things. That is what is going on. People have expressed these thoughts as well. Let us move on. This would be discussed on a different day. Discuss here and so we'll get a good time to discuss this. Now you see two female students ayachiamo some shoplifting in one store. So Korea dear our store be ayachiamo. This also has been trending on social media. And go share video no yaba kai de akan ebeto aso.
Young girl, the thief. Imagine.
See, how many days? I'm taking you to the station. See what this guy takes.
Jesus.
So that's what this guy takes. Man, you forgot that I have camera. Even go to like.
No, not the bill, not the bill.
I have your name. Mona the video.
I live video.
Mona post time.
It's not me, it's miracle.
No, please, now don't
It's me.
Search that girl's back.
It's miracle.
Try and get like you. Try and get like Una.
It's miracle.
Don't post.
I said, kneel down there. Mona the post time. Immediately.
I see the way they get it.
I don't already write her name to the station. You never know me. I think this is your name. Look at camera here. I'm gonna look you. I'll watch you from my phone. You don't know. Ice cream. You go back my ice cream.
Yeah.
You go kind of go upstairs. Have you
seen me?
Two of them. This two of them.
It's not me.
I said, shut up, my friend. Shut up. Two of them. Now I said, face the camera now. Just it, my friend. Now the craze. Now I know every day for the thief, one day for the. I've been watching you for 2 months.
Why you go to teach now? I said, why you go to
I don't say one day. I will catch you. Okay.
this is where you see because it is Sabina. How much did you see for this?
Which gain I dey get for you?
How much did you see
I don't want to call you. Which gain?
You think you know about that? You think you know about that?
Two of them. They go to work out. I mean, at the end of the day, they will not buy me bread. Make 400 naira bread. I told you
Inti enuna mwenitua no senia two students yachi amoye tamu wi ade e wo shop na mwe fi say we a camera ebo eho eche amunya we ensi wa Ghana. It's obviously Nigeria. By esre say ba ko no yi ba ko ne ma fast hey we no downfall. Anyway, let us move into other stories that are also trending on social media. Siaw official anyway Ebeto Twitter or say there's a dash cam footage of the moment a brazen thief swiftly grabbed the bag of an elderly passenger from a moving vehicle at the Achimota overhead area before fleeing into the Achimota forest. Once say Achimota forest area how Achimota overhead area how I bang Achimota forest. They say now it is very interesting. Say for the very first time we have it on camera. Dash cam footage. One dash cam here it's our cameras in CCC cars in him no. A capture moment a chronophobia area elderly passenger be ne bag echo ra Achimota forest him quickly. Now we have this video on this particular issue. You can share video near Baba Kai the Diakan Ebeto to us.
So this be the second time. Carry the money in bag or yeah. So this be the second time. hard. So this be the second time.
Eya semo nyama koswa krahapa na achimoto overhead you so metate pa what ya crowd ya dia obeta say there's there's a lot of theft happening on the overhead. Mejo bag, Shimu bag, Aquasha Forest, metate. But so usually when I'm there, I'm passing there, I'm thinking, how does that happen? But we know usually it's a phone, no more snatch it. But where the bag and kasau. I know mini dia pre dia share forest himself. So this is quite shocking, and a lot of people are talking about it. Obisi, how was he able to open a moving car's door? You know, I'm sure it was waiting in traffic. It wasn't actually moving. Obviously, the driver in the car with the dash cam is not bold enough. Say, obviously, your dash cam no, or you're bold enough, and so see chasey. Now, who basically chasey BBC? Osaje for say the driver should be investigated. And moving car doors are to be locked. You know, so that is what others are saying. Let us quickly move on. Obviously, there's a video trending right now on social media about a woman or share ne papa reaction to a cash flaunting video. Yango share video yi ya baba kai de aka no ebeto atwaso.
You get a fucking money, man. You get a fucking money. I saw the fucking money in the dark, man. Oh, man, but when your mommy is hungry, some fucking money to eat, eh? Hey, fucking baby, fucking money. Fucking money. Your daddy also needs some fucking money to balance.
Hey, we apologize again for the language used in this video. It looks like today every story is like that. Yeah, the dad's hilarious reaction to the woman's cash flaunting video. That is all there is for that one. Now let's just move into other stories. There's a Ghanaian engineer Juma Dubai. Now or the two social media Adriania Odi. Or say, see the nonsense food we are being served here in Dubai. To eat as a site engineer, I have to go outside to buy Ghanaian food because I can't eat this. So this is from a Ghanaian engineer working in Dubai. Yeah, share video ni baba ke de akan ebe to aso.
I was for oh Adriania amakota mi bi. As a site engineer, I'm a too quiet. I believe somebody I know. And so when me a gangster man, Cochoma, was ya meaning, say we by Ghana. So I did by a friend from Mude. If it be lazy, the no bit idea, but not seeing a man calamity. Was a man always and buying almost granny, not for the wire. The nigga, some more gay grand rose on the guessing. What do me by that? That's how the album so. Says my papa. No, we Ghana for best plan this is. Says my papa. Class.
It's Inyama Akoso pa and a comment in there. Most of the comments are air flooded on this particular issue. Safa the fact that Motimukrum mo boom degree no ma what baby bebresa senior ema ofra kano. Or say nothing nowhere beats home. Nowhere beats home. So to chrome bibia anya the sense to chrome wakope abetie bi edi wakope ofufu ana akukonte bi de hwe nkwan bibia anya the sense Ghana na wakotena bibi na ho kire say ho yeda say ya and Kasadi and Gobet and Kruma Ari Abetie. So that is what is happening with these individuals. Just on your say Adriania with the 7 and Yakra. So most of the comments is around the fact that Aden now through Chrome Echo Baby Echo Bre SAE. Now moving to other stories are trending on social media no. Sa cable la yera no humete. A lot of people who have built their homes namude amaya wiring amaya diama obeba no ni abe ria o cables no on wires na idea very very popular in a lot of houses in Ghana. Na yakoche nipa baako a owia sa cables bi na yebisa no o se ekom ene mane yenhwe video no ye de aka no ebetata so.
I was from a church of Bia, Ghana pen for now. I don't pay opportunity branch you. Any mama, I put you a month for us. Nakatana. I put you a month for us. You want to make us a thing? The flower saying,
I will see you.
Damn, you want us a thing?
I will see you.
I will see there. Nesha, Okoni, the Chimant here. Now they don't go to come for us. Then how? Do you want us a day? I call it. I don't want to make one. Now don't let me feel no go to us. Huh? Do you want casa?
Say I'm Muslim.
Who's all walking back? Huh? Oh. Who's all the visa? Now they want to meet you. Now they know who a month for us and who future. Who know about Kubo? Oh. One month for. Obi aboka.
I born him be more problems.
Debe na wo de. Na wo no na so bi ni wo na so wo ye we. Oh, on debe. E ro be ko ni wura ho. Ebi o we ni akoma ya ko bi ko twa ni akoma ni papa. Na some ko. Na wo de na twa e. Bi wo no kasa wo de.
Kaka, we try.
Oh.
Nti cable isi de amote wia pa na se nyeze o nyeze wa boka edu cable wa wire wo fie obeba no the owner aba betcheko new here na betcheko. I'm coming back. Nidino no say abeg make someone help me find this guy. I want dash him 500 cedis with beating that can lead to his death. Now who to be 500 cedis no we are washing kuna and the 500 cedis. Or say and be say I'm on my electricians for ebre too much. So I be electrical job no or new here never be equal. At turn the power as an electrician. So this say adio or she should be no man 500 cedis so we are bone kuno. Wait. I could say my blood is boiling. Seeing his face like that, lash him with those wires, heartless thief. I we a year before pass wa bre pa na ubebano na wiring ni juma wa ina ako waste. So yeah kaka mo say na so here electric vehicle KFM Auto is the place to go. You get a brand new electric car with an easy work and pay plan, no massive upfront cost. You just plug in, you hit the road and you pay as you drive. Now so also share electric vehicle kai say KFM Auto is the place to go to. Ubehu amwechi kwan or Accra Zongo Lane and Adabraka Dance Bar. With me from 050-267-7978 and 020-601-603. Now say when your electric vehicle area, it's important for you to have insurance. Now so what insurance? I remember Providence Insurance is the insurance to go with. A protective electric vehicle, the battery system, and it was sumje. Now so also show me you can find them at any of their 16 branches nationwide. I'm agency outlets and I'm licensed brokers. And after I'm 050-937-4928. And I'll visit their website providentgh.com for more information. Now so you Ghana near Kai so here Ghana card. Now say your corporate client so our 10 number here. Send you the be a canon. Provident, man, you're covered. Now, so you're a musician, beginner, professional, amateur. Now, here musical instruments are, I say, KFM Limited is very important for you to reach out to. Quality guitars, keyboards, drums, violins, microphones, sound systems, any studio equipment, many more. With me, I find it across Zongo Lane, Benjilo Building, any children's hospital. With me, so locate Kumasi Edum opposite the Sambra Hotel. With me, I found 024449 0244-941047 and now 020-817-0480. All right. Inti, that is all. We want to take a very short commercial break. Eba Baka, we are coming to meet the person that we are interviewing for today. We will discuss film industry, and how that supports the economy. Inti Enkobe Bia, there's a beautiful interview awaiting you. You try home back this year.
Are you still driving fuel cars in this modern era? The future of driving is here. KFM Limited, lead distributors of electronic vehicles, have made transportation easy and efficient. Behind me are 3 of their beautiful new brands: Leap Moto, Xiaomi, and Nami. Come with me, let's explore the fine details. Leap Moto, let me tell you a bit about its interior. Like you can see, the interior is heavenly, right? There's whole wheel and everything in here is in shades of gray. So we have light and dark gray, very classic. We have 2 screens to your display. This very screen gives you everything about the infotainment. We have its mileage, how far it can take you. On your journey with this electric car, you can switch it into just 3 comfortable modes. It's either the standard for a regular drive, the sports mode for a fast mode, or the economy to manage your battery strength. If you charge it in about 6 hours, it should take you 310 kilometers. Yes, you can go to Kumasi and back. I get that. Leap Moto, your option, your choice if you're a new driver like myself. Let's try the other. Now to my favorite. It's called Geely Xiaomi. Come with me, let's toy in it. All you need is this keyless key. You just make sure it's handy and around. And as the moment you open the car, it starts on its own. Like the interior speaks for itself. Glorious black and white. In its all glory, beautiful wheel, and you have a very lengthy screen. It gives you same 3 modes, standard, economy, and sports for a high or fast rider like myself. Now to my very final brand I'd like to introduce you to. It's called Nami, Sky Blue Nami. Come with me, let me tell you a bit more about it. Nami, like all the other electronic cars, is beautiful. Its interior is a glamorous 2 shades of gray, light gray and darker gray. With 2 beautiful screens, this one gives you information and entertainment. This gives you the battery strength. Nami can travel 330 kilometers. It can go to Kumasi and back. If you charge it for 6 hours, you're good to go. You can also fast charge it for 3 hours. Beautiful wheel and everything you need. Nami, my preference everywhere. Do you desire an electronic vehicle in Ghana? We have various payment options, including hire purchase. Contact KFM Limited with the numbers below the screen. We have you sorted.
Yo, I'm on for and I am Makwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosumi, no, who free a Kumasama come that dam hono, a sunny at the bar at Dumino, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Na shop no any Sambra Hotel and the dinner anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel a wo sunny at the co, Nankane and Hagan hono, Anne, a ho, and a KFM musical shop. The Tosumi, no, yet be no fofro. Na the air can say, and feed the papa a timiche. The Odia sorry, the Odi Gro Agro Ahudo. Juma de Bia Woody open here a young fid, the musical instrument piano, a KFM into a say Ghana Muntie Asante Mai Muntie, a KFM musical shop. Anna Sabre, Yabia no for from Monochai. A war prepare the 2nd Street. Ufri old man come down and now sunny edeko edumno and udu Sambra Hotel Quantana so na what done on Sunny Faso oho anas KFM musical shop yi ewo yani Sambra Hotel ana ewe animo yɛtwa wo aberɛ biara
gyina me se sɛ mɛyɛ proud anaasɛ mɛyɛ dwa na firi Kumasi adum KFM instrument store obi bisa sɛ asɛ bɔmɛnfo deɛ a woto nnwom a wɔni nsi da wode nneɛma papa gyina w'anim na wɔto nnwom a wotumi sɛ yes wɔto nnwom biribi aka wakoma ne nyinaa firi KFM instrument store Kumasi adum sɛ megyina hɔ na meto nnwom a metumi nya ahomeka firi sɛ mfidi papa mu anim na megyina no wobɛtena yɛ kɔma yɛde wo sika na atwa nanka ka na ewu ɛnsɛmfo ayi
Medo benami Ghana duko do ajakple ho duko kata. Mie cho nyanyi ade vena mi cho Talent Microfinance Limited Gajadopa. Mie wona susu savings, adishare, school buafo, cashback, ple bubua okata. Nenye be egajom de mi agbo la letie tomegbeko ateun aho gadodo. Kenenye be egajom vivi la nenye be o gahia ola ateun ava de o gai kene hia fa.
Tanenye be mi foncho mi afa jom yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church financing elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubu li kenye personal loan. Nenye be mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenye be washigba keke alom eleswe we have talent mi pepe gede nwo nenye washigba leswe a ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent po monu ome nenye be mi ponchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afa jirudu dola nke ga nyo he ya va talent wo pay slip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na koko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe keke mie flegeno na no hem v choji nto jinwade vare koreka mon popo kai ganyu heya talent kuna kpohe ya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobo enami akpenami
Etibe ya nyafi ke talent la.
Talent Microfinance Jengo Amegan Shipe Ape Letina Tejipo Hotame.
Miape Kapomo enya 050-129-1298. Hello 050-128-9119. Talent Oga Kwamanu Banta.
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
About the agenda show eso na in Sisiani a different segment we're going to have an interview na interview it's going to be about the creative industry and how it's impacting the economy, the creative economy. In yet more share idea way for the first time I'm breaking it down. I want to send a bro for I can see any creative in and it's all pissing Ghana movie industry, Nigerian movie industry, Bollywood, a lot of people are saying the Ghana movie industry is dead, the creative industry in Ghana any idea. You see, in the Babekasa, all around it, different aspects to it. Now, your bomb pie is time, a phone line, so I'm wait to me, after actual Hadri. Now, some common here, they're too much, and we might have to do a part 2 for the questioning for you guys to call in. But this year, the person that we have in the studio is in the person of Dorina Amina Abubakar, and she is a Ghanaian British producer, film programmer, and a creative industry strategist. And so we're going to interview her and speak to her on a number of things around the creativity in Ghana and the economy. Hello, welcome.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me here on your show. I'm really excited to be here and to talk about the creative economy.
Yes, and we are so excited to have you too.
Amazing.
Can you introduce yourself to us better and what you're doing in the space of creativity and what we are going to talk about today?
Absolutely. So first of all, my name is Dorina Amina Abubakar. I actually am Ghanaian. My dad is Ghanaian. My mum is actually half Nigerian, but we won't talk about that one. I am a producer and a content executive that's very much focused on infrastructure development and championing for African voices on a global stage. So I actually also am the program director of African Creative TV. That is a residency-focused upskilling and capacity building initiative that's actually funded by the US State Department. So that's kind of what I do. I program residencies and workshops, but really trying to foster talent and new ecosystems and new pathways that are sustainable.
Okay, so in delving into a little bit of what you're going to discuss today, can you give us a little background for those watching to understand what you're going to discuss today?
Absolutely. So I think in terms of where we are now with the creative economy in this country, I think a lot of people, as you were saying, are saying, oh my goodness, it's dead. It's absolutely not. It's restructuring. It's reformatting itself. I think a lot of people are making use of mobile production on their phones. We're consuming content in a very different way. So I think that the economy itself, the baseline, the foundation, is restructuring and rebuilding. And we're really calling on the youth to really engage and train and get better in order to have capacity that is sustainable. So I think overall, my goal is to create fun workshops that people can come to, and then culminating in a big creative economy summit that's happening on July 22nd at Google.
All right, so we'll go into the work that you're doing to make this happen shortly. However, what you're saying is that you do not think that the creative space in Ghana is dead.
Not at all.
It just looks different from what we're used to having. Correct. Because I remember when recently there was a Ghana Movie Awards happening, and a lot of people are like, "Why is Ghana Movie? Where's the movie itself?" You know, let's talk about that. Like a lot of people are saying, "Where is that industry itself? Why the Ghana Movie Awards?" So how then can we look at the creative space, even in terms of film, and still see that it is existing? Coming from, you know, millennial age where we are used to having the cassettes and the tapes and the CDs and buying all of those things. In what way can we begin to interact with these different pieces of creative products and still appreciate it the way that we used to?
Absolutely. Well, I'm seeing a lot of traction and a lot of buzz on YouTube and TikTok. I'm seeing people literally watching long form content on these previously short form channels and platforms. So I think people are engaging with content on those platforms in a way that they used to, but also some people are returning to the cinema. There is a need for a third space, essentially, outside of one's home, outside of one's workplace, and the cinema is becoming that. Yes, we do have very few cinemas here, and I feel as though Silverbird is leading the charge. But as you know, this December, there's going to be a new cinema in Accra that's opening up.
Oh, really?
Yes, there is. And there'll be more information on that very shortly, but that will be opening in December, really catered to delving into the films from the past, but also educating people on the magic of cinema. There's something so special about going to see a film or a TV series or whatever it may be with community. There's something so magical that happens. And we're also seeing a lot of pop-up cinemas happening. I know in Tamale and in Kumasi, there are pop-up cinemas happening, but again, it's really about community and creating that. So I think in terms of people engaging, definitely going on YouTube, accessing things that are already within your ecosystem, but film is such a large, vast thing. It's a vast form of creativity. So it's just tapping into what people like and leaning in.
All right. So you've said a lot of amazing things, but I'm trying to catch up to make people realize what we're talking about for those that are not following. Into more and more sharing with fear now, you know, when you Sasha said, make I say, as a Ghana movie industry, as a Wukakra, Ghana movie awards are. Go say and Ghana film movie industry nuclear wainfa awards, you know. Na maybe Dorina say na Ghana movie awards here and focus say we no. I'm passing one. I know say there be it is just taking a different form. Once I first in the cassette any tips and na yepe. But it's here no you YouTube, you Instagram, you different platforms and I'm for interactive ni ye pa. In the industry creative space in there pa now can therefore be a man in the or say yeah cinema halls no say extra December you beautiful for crowd more chill. Now we're going to go more into the conversation actually Udena Oye in particular in helping the creative space and how long it has been for coming back to you.
Yeah. I wish I spoke to you. I had to learn.
So that would have been direct,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, what are you doing in that space before we talk about what's happening, the events and where to interact with all of that?
Totally.
Can you specifically let us know what you've been doing and how long you've been doing this for?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think I've been championing and being a loud voice for African content for the longest time, I would say at least the last 5 years. In my current capacity, this initiative has been focused solely on Africa for the last 2 years. And we've done everything from showrunner, residencies, story development workshops. We brought African creatives to the US, to USC School of Cinematic Arts, to the campus for 5 weeks of intensive development. They then pitched their project ideas. And actually, we signed some agreements on their behalf to set them up with production companies in the US. Awesome. We also do technical labs, so we do production design, we do line producing, and so I've been doing a lot of that work. While I think education is the most important, it's so important that we train the next generation, it's also about coupling that with actual commercial endeavors. And how do we move forward? How do we also know that this is a business that is viable long term? So it's educating people about the business. You can have an amazing idea, but if you don't have a way to execute it and get it in front of people, where does it go? So it's kind of teaching people the full project life cycle from the moment that you dream of it till the moment that you're seeing it on a screen.
So what groups of people do you mostly deal with? Is it just producers, is it just writers, is it actors?
Yeah.
And how do you engage them?
Absolutely. So the program that I currently work with is very much focused on creative producers. That term means a lot of different things in a lot of different African countries, but here in Ghana, it means that you wear every single hat. Really trying to support creative producers in protecting the vision of their stories, but then also how they engage with other heads of department. So we're coming in with directors, we have them coming in with writers as well. So far, the program has been geared towards people that have already made something, because it's easier to kind of then have more conversation. And so we're typically mid-career and above. But of course, we don't want to neglect an emerging audience as well. And so that's why this week we're doing some masterclasses that are open to the public.
All right. More share no by now more share more so be boy wo dwem ho bisa say eh simi so me den atap into him way a question no simi bisa a variety of questions say wo share now wo interest e wo film mu a obeti me abo na no say mainly no or focus say wo nkrofo na amoye producers mo ye producer of a film and our film idea when are the runner, the driving force behind film now. Yes, it was uncle for no share. And now of course I was we get producer we produce BB Pay. And yes, I think I was started. So yeah, we are going to talk more about Tanya I shall say beginners, you know, so no move me tap into the support that she brings as well. So now let us talk a little bit more about the master class that you're about to hold. Can you give us the details? Where is it happening? What are people supposed to expect when they walk into the space?
Absolutely. Well, I'll give some brief context about the whole initiative that we're doing right now. We've got a directing workshop happening that is very insular. We've brought producer-director duos from South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, and of course Ghana, and that's happening right now at the Kempinski Hotel. And then we're doing a series of masterclasses. The first of those is actually happening tonight at the Ghana Club, the Ghana Social Club. And it will be with Aaron Rashan Thomas, who created the TV series SWAT. He's worked on Friday Night Lights and a number of other series that you are familiar with. And that will be happening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Our other masterclasses that we're having are focused on low-budget filmmaking, micro-dramas, how do you get your idea onto the script, and then from development to pitching. And all of these can be found as well on the US Embassy's Instagram page, as well as my own. So please feel free to follow me at Darina Amina on Instagram, and I'll be providing a lot of updates there as to how you can register.
All right. So let's rewind a little bit back to the people that your initiative supports. So is there like an age limit? Is there, apart from the fact that of course you must have produced something to enter, is there anything that is required for you to pass in?
Not an age limit. I mean, preferably you've completed secondary school at least. I think the youngest person we've involved in our programming has been 18. But it was a unique situation. She had already worked on 2 major shows. So the idea is that you have at least worked on one multi-choice or local television show, or that you've made a complete feature-length film. It just makes things a lot easier for us to have a base point for you to talk about. And then also we help with a lot of things like getting your film into a film festival, being able to help with some of those costs in getting you to that film festival physically. So yeah.
All right. So when you talk about a full film, how many minutes are we talking about?
Anything that is over 45 minutes is considered a feature-length film. Typically, they're about an hour and a half.
Okay. Because, in certain contexts, people have shot short films.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, I can come in, things like that.
Short films, they're all wonderful, but it's a completely different style of filmmaking, I think. It's really hard to make a short film that feels like it is just a short.
So do you think when it comes to Nigeria, when we are thinking about the creative industry, especially in film, we think of Nigeria as one that has made it, that is really thriving, South Africa and all of that. A lot of people look at Ghana and they're like, are we really getting there? What do you think there is hope? And what do you think, if you're to compare these 3 industries, what's the difference, and what do you think we need to do to stand out like that?
Definitely. I think that South Africa were very early adopters in terms of the tax incentives that could bring in foreign productions to the country to shoot. So a lot of their film ecosystem is built on foreign productions coming from Germany or the US shooting there. And whereas Nigeria, for the longest time has had such literally it's the oldest film industry within the continent. They've been making films so resourcefully, pumping them out, so it feels like it's almost like a machine. Where I think Ghana fits in is the culture and the creativity. I think Ghanaian filmmakers are truly the most resourceful in the entire world, making something out of nothing literally every single day, and there's a resilience about it. But at the end of the day, the culture is on screen. You see it and you can feel it. I think that Ghanaians need to lean into content creation at large. You might not be able to make a full hour-long and 30 minutes, film, but you can make content that can then get you financing towards that film. So I think that the benefit here is being resourceful, tapping into the things that we have naturally in this country. I mean, this is the most beautiful country, I think. So really tapping into that. And leaning in. From our dance culture to music to all of that, I feel like once we harness that, it becomes unstoppable. And quite frankly, as someone who has produced something in Lagos specifically, it's just very different. Accra is chill vibes compared to Lagos.
Absolutely. When you talk about that,
So it is quite nice, and there are a lot of foreign productions that are looking at Ghana now. Michaela Cole, she just shot her HBO series here, actually, and so that will be coming out soon. But she shot here with Ghanaian crew.
Cool.
And there's a lot more of those productions coming in soon too.
Awesome. So we have a few comments coming in. Someone wants to find out if the masterclass is free or we have to pay.
Completely free. It's about really just learning and servicing the local community and making sure that the local community is able to engage with these US experts that we have coming in. Totally free.
So, Mwasumwa, Niamoshe Wofie yes, masterclass be air so enumerate tonight. Where again?
The Ghana Social Club.
Our Ghana Social Club at what time?
6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m. Okay.
Yes.
It's a numeric Ghana Social Club. I won't be a or Google, so Google Maps, so Ghana Social Club, and then you find the place 6 to 8 p.m. and a masterclass no air so now more chain industry players just say producers like Kukudam, Amufri, the United States of America,
Yes,
South
yeah.
Africa. Did you say
South
something?
Africa, Kenya, Nigeria.
Just a baby. But near yet the air the phone say a free same. Microphone free, free. Some sort of learning, all of these things. Major front seat. So it's something that I think said, and as I will share agenda show KFM TV, so I count yourself lucky to hear about this. And now, yeah, of course, so remember Nasia Bonnie, the socials, a biomna with me, I connected with Dorina. Anyway, Inti, yeah, coming back to you, just the very last question. Unfortunately, our time is running out, and maybe 1 or 2 questions. When we talk about one of the things that we often hear is creative economy.
Yes.
We often hear that word a lot, but because you work in that space and we have you here, and we want to understand what is that.
Absolutely. So the creative economy is the entire ecosystem, really viewing the business of creativity as something that can contribute to a country's gross domestic profit, basically. We're trying to utilize these terms more often because we want to make sure that people in other sectors, like agriculture, or even in the government, really take the creative industry seriously. There is so much money that can be made from creativity. I mean, from marketing all the way to ticket sales, engagement with actors and content creators. There's a lot of money now. And so really treating it as we would any other sector of an entire ecosystem. And so the creative sector is just as important as others as well. It's important, just like the financial sector or the agricultural sector, it is still a part of our larger ecosystem. And that's why we call it the creative economy. I believe that the creative economy in Ghana is strong. It definitely still needs some shaping, and that is why I'm so passionate about it. I'm so passionate that we're doing a Creative Economy Summit this Wednesday, July 22nd at Google Accra. And there will be a registration link on my personal Instagram page. But the goal is to talk about innovation, and it's not really hypothetical or theoretical conversation. We want real next steps towards how can we make this ecosystem better for everyone.
So talking about the summit, is that also free?
It is.
It's free
It
too?
is. Everything I'm doing is free. I really believe that in order to make moves, in order for people to come and relax and actually engage in impactful conversations, we have to reduce that barrier to entry. And so I'm really excited to offer this programming complimentary.
All right. So where did you say that's happening?
That's happening at Google Accra on July 22nd, and that will be from around 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And see, there's also another summit happening on July 22nd at Google Accra. And see, I've not so know why they are talk schedule, so you can also reach out to us later if you somehow forget, and I hope we hear more information also. Yeah. So last question. You know, there are a lot of people in Ghana that love film. A lot of young people that love film. They envision becoming a producer or some actor someday. and they are thinking of ways of, actually doing something that's worth remembering. But there's nothing, there's no funds, there's no capital, there's no way to start. What would you say to those people?
I would say that if you have a phone that has a camera, you can make a film. It is now more easy than ever, more accessible than ever to really make content. And again, it may not look like, what Avatar looks like, but everybody starts somewhere. And if you are a creative person, you probably have this desire within you to create something. As long as you keep that alive, as long as you keep creating every day, it will lead to something. You'll then have, a surplus of projects that you've done that you can then take to someone to get financed. Also looking out for your local television stations. I know that MultiChoice now as well, Aquaba Magic, they have a submissions portal. If you have an idea, you can submit it through that. But I would say just never stop creating. If it is something you want to do, research it. There's so much information everywhere, and then keep your eye out for programs like the one that I'm running to really be able to engage. You never know who you're going to be sitting next to, who you might bump into, and you need to be ready to say, hey, on my phone, I've got this thing, I've got this great idea, I shot this. You just never know.
Yeah, you never know. Don't stop believing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this question is very important. As I'm more share, maybe say. As what desire, what passion in my film industry. Na so skin ho I will be a film and bibia or we photo be ma yana. And I say, and to see how it is so easy to produce a film. Phone. iPhone never phone be actually try and create something, because who creative be and I'll bet him the actual be say, say this saying and me create you who person support me no support be but now so now so trying say sikapudu am start be you may not be able to start until you start in kakan. Now there are a lot of platforms all over the world. Aquaba Magic, Ninya, multimedia, Amutimi allow submissions of things that you've created. It can be a starting point to something big. Now I submit and some of the programs I've been more running, like the one that she's running right now, the masterclass this evening, and also the summit, things like that. Na 360 turning point. So you never know. Just keep believing and keep trying. All right, so thank you so much. Unfortunately, our time for the show is really short, but yes, we are so glad that we had you here and we discussed very vital and important things. Before you leave, I want you to remind us of your social media handles again for those that missed it, and if you have final words, you can say them now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Again, please look out for any things like registration and announcements at Dorina Amina on Instagram. I'll be posting a lot about how you can register and engage with the things I'm doing. And please know, this is not just now. I'm really committed to Ghana's ecosystem creatively, and there'll be a lot more coming very, very soon.
We are glad there will be a lot more coming very soon. Unfortunately, this is all the time would allow us to bring you. So thank you all so much for watching the show. For those that tuned in and engaged with us, we are absolutely grateful to you. Madam Wasibebre, Mwamo share on KFM TV. Always stay tuned. Now I reach out to our social media platforms. As all be can now wa share or but me can comment to. I am on Shapo. Now you streaming live so on all these platforms, KFM TV, our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram. Just connect with us. Okay, probably sending a message and we'll be right there to respond to you. So until next time, my name is Richard Siaw. Thank you. Bye-bye.